good, really good to be back out here. I missed the crap out of being out here. It was so much fun today. Practice went way too fast. I'm feeling great. I never did feel really bad. I just had a couple little symptoms that tipped it off, and away we went. So we've tried to really be cognizant and respectful of everybody else. You know, it doesn't matter about me right now. I just got to make sure that I don't affect anybody else. So hopefully we've done a really cool job of that. We've had a lot of experience with this and a lot of background, so we feel like we did it pretty well. So we should be in really good shape moving forward. We got a big game tomorrow. This is a big deal, and going to Lumen to play some football is really the best test that we'll have. You know, it'll be the best look at everything. It's kind of like the exam here based on the first couple of weeks of practice, and so the coaches and the players are all looking forward to it. Our work has been excellent. The tempo has been great. The competition has been, in the physical part of the competition since we put our pads on, has really stepped up, and it's a beautiful thing to see guys finding themselves and finding their striking power and their ability to use their leverage and fight. And that really applies to the new guys. You know, we're seeing the tackles for the first time. We're seeing the rushers, for the first time in pads, and we're gaining a bunch of information. So everything. I can't wait to get upstairs and get a look at this practice in itself. So it's all going really well.
What was it like watching practices away from here and on video and trying to?
I've missed one practice in my life that I can recall. My dad passed away back at SC in the springtime. I never missed a practice playing, and I never missed a practice coaching. And so, it was a new experience. And it just, as always, when we miss something, you realize how much you appreciate getting it back. It was a blast to be with the guys today. I feel like it's been a month. It feels like forever since I haven't talked to any of the players. I haven't been able to face them up at all for these days. And so it just feels like it's great to be back. And what was really well done. Tater did a great job taking over and really emceeing the whole thing and leading the thing. Shane and Clint Hurt did a great job picking up their part of it and leading the charge. How about those Blue Angels, man? Aren't they awesome? Every year, this is a freaking thrill. Anyway, but the staff did a good job, and the players they looked a little bit more fired up than when I was out there, so I'm kind of worried about that, to tell you the truth. But I thought that, I was inspiring these guys, but obviously that wasn't the case. So anyway, so it was fun to be back at it.
I'm sorry, what were you able to do from home?
I had all the video stuff. I was watching practice just like sitting up on the hill. And I was hooked up so I could communicate with the guys on the field. I talked to different coaches on the phone during the drills, and Brian Ayers did a fantastic job of managing all of that as it was happening. So I really could see practice better, from that perspective. That's why the Bear used to sit up there in the tower. He knew what he was doing. But so anyway, it worked out very well. And then I had the practice immediately after, right in front of me to go ahead and start looking at. So we made the best of it.
Were you seeing a live feed of it, or are you saying you were seeing?
Oh, I seen a live feed of it. Yeah.
What did you think about the physicality in Wednesday's practice?
I thought it was excellent. And we're trying to walk the line. We're trying to get it out there as far as we can to be as aggressive as we possibly can, to be as physical as we can, and then still, abide by rule number one, taking care of, protecting the team. And so we had a couple plays that taught us, how far we could go, and we saw some really good veteran examples of holding back just at the right time to let a guy off the hook, so we don't pound a guy that we didn't need to. But the line of scrimmage was really good. The pursuit and the fighting to the football, and really finishing the blocks of the offensive guys, that was really a high point. And so we're off to a really good start.
Where do you feel like the quarterback competition is right now? And I guess what can we expect to see?
They keep doing stuff every day, and they're making plays. They both make plays every day, and I'm watching to see how it swings. If it goes heavy one way, heavy the other way, the guys they're doing a nice job. We're working hard to match up the reps, with the guys that play up in front and the receivers and stuff. We're working to get that done, and we'll just keep that'll happen, and you'll see how it happens again tomorrow, how the reps are handed out, just so that we can make it a really even competition. Gino continues to be in top. He's ahead. He's been in the lead for all the obvious reasons, and he's holding on to it and doing a really good job of battling. Both guys are communicating beautifully. They're learning well. We don't have any issues with anything we're trying to do, or there's no, there's no issues here where we have to, we can't quite do this or that with this guy or that guy. It isn't like that, They're very talented arm-wise, and the ability to throw the ball down the field is there. So we just let the games begin. Now we're in the middle of it, and see what happens. This is a really big day tomorrow. It'll be a really big day tomorrow.
What have you thought about what you've seen out of all 4 cornerbacks working on that side?
That we're making a lot of progress. We've defended a lot of balls in the camp so far, and the guys have done a really nice job technique-wise. I really think we should give a lot of credit to Carl Scott. I think he's doing a fantastic job with these guys, and I'm thrilled about his connection already and the detail that he has been able to convey to them, the way they're playing, and it's pretty obvious. Kobe has had a lot of chances, had a lot of balls thrown his way, made a lot of plays, and he's done really, really well. Tariq has not had as many balls his way, but he's had great challenges, and he's had really high-class challenges with great speed, and that he's up against. And particularly, he's gone against Marquise a number of times, and they've really been battling. So we're getting a lot of good information, and we'll see how it goes.
What is it about Gino, Pete, that keeps him in the lead so far? What's he doing right now?
He's just doing right, He's just doing things right. He handles the system. He's making the checks at the line of scrimmage. He's able to control the protections in working with Austin. Those guys are hitting it really well. And he's just really talented. He's made great throws every day, I'm still looking for them to really command it and really own it and put days together where they don't have any negative plays, any plays that they can, wish they had back. So, in a sense, there's been openings, for both guys, by not, having the complete day, getting everything done, and finishing the day, close to perfect.
What does Drew Lock need to do, you think, to assert himself?
Just stay out there. He just needs to stay out there and show us, how he's going to make his decisions when the big opportunities come. He's made a ton of plays already. He made a ton of good throws. He really runs well. He's elusive. He's got a really, quick trigger in his ability to release the football that shows up. He's got a lot of talent now. So we just need reps. We need turns. We need to see more situations, and to really find any reason to see a difference between the guys. There's just not enough stuff yet.
He told us his biggest challenge is not forcing plays that aren't there. We saw the very first day he did that. Has he improved in that since?
I'm really glad that play happened in the first practice, because that was as bad a play as you could make. He's running over here and he threw the ball over there, and it was a terrible play. And so it was so obvious. There was like, okay, that's the example of what we're never going to do again. He's got some gunslinger in him. He's got some. That's how he's played his whole career. You go all the way back. I've seen all his college stuff. He's made a million big plays and a million special plays. That on the move, in the pocket, any which way you look at it. And so we have to see where how that all fits with us. And when he makes his choices to go for it, does he come through or not? And so far he's done a pretty darn good job. He's been very effective when he's moving out of the pocket.
Can you live with that, or do you need to take that out?
No, I'm watching to see what he brings. What was really obvious that his ability to throw on the move was there. He's had that throughout his career, all the way back to college days, and so it shows up here. I'm not restricting him in any way. There's you could make a bonehead decision. He made one the first day of practice, and he hasn't made one like that since.
We saw Abe Lucas with the starters at right tackle today. Where does right tackle, where's that competition stay right now?
It's on, man. It's really on. Jake and Stone are both playing over there as well. It's a three-way competition. Abe has done a nice job so far. He's really equipped physically. He's got a great body to play right tackle now. He's strong and he's physical, and he's got a good lower unit, and he's got good quickness. He's a good athlete. He's got the talent that you need to play there. We got to see if he can make the right decisions at the right time, use the coaching, use the system properly, and to help him battle. Jake is a real battler. He just fights your tail off. And Stone has played over there and looked better, at times than I thought he would at the right side. So it's a good competition. We're going to be okay at right tackle.
Had a couple of plays today from Noah, Kobe, and Tyler. What do you think about your tight end group?
I don't think that we have any concerns about what they can do. We got these guys. These guys can all play. They all bring special talents. Will has been as steady and tough as you could be. He's a terrific blocker for us. Noah can do all kinds of stuff. I think probably one of the bigger surprises is Colby Parkinson is just better. He's just better. He's physically rounded his body out. He's been working really hard on his strength stuff, but now it's become part of his movement and his power coming off the line of scrimmage. He's blocking well. So those three guys they do a nice job. And Tyler Mabry has been a really good asset too as a fourth guy. Oh shoot, here they come. So the tight end group is a really good group, and we're going to them. We're using them. We're looking to fit them into everything that we're doing, and there's no reason for us not to think that way. The guys are well equipped. They're really smart. They've all got a little uniqueness to them, which we love, and it's a terrific position.
What have you thought of the O-line as a whole up to this point?
What I've really been impressed with is Damian has really come back better. He just looks better in every way. He's taken the next step. He's taken the sophomore step in his junior year, kind of is what it looks like. And so that's really a big deal. Philip Haynes has done a really good job at the other side too, filling in for Gabe when Gabe's missed a little bit of time. We're trying to manage Gabe really well with an old knee, and Gabe's done fine. So the guards are really stout, and there's good competition there. Austin has given us really good leadership, and he's making all the calls, and he's really on it. Really in command of what's going on, so that's a real it's the best we've been in a long time. He's that obviously smart and in control, and they listen to him and they work with him and all of that. And then we've got this chance at these tackles to really be special. So that along with the tight end blocking, that whole unit's should be a really formidable group. Okay, thanks a lot.
I just say Jamal obviously has been back all week, but we haven't talked to you about it since he came back. And overall, that sounds like that was a good report you guys got on Jamal.
Yeah. You know, he was just so disappointed when something happened the first day, and he's found, he's uncovered that he's okay. He's okay, but he was just frustrated because something happened again. He bounced right back. He's been right in the middle of everything. He's thrilled to be part of this thing, and what a great asset he is.
Tyreek Smith came back this week from PUP list. It looked like he was pretty disruptive this first couple practices.
Yeah, did some nice stuff. He looked really quick. Look, you can see the fresh legs a little bit. He felt his hip a little bit yesterday, and so we just backed off today. So we're hoping he can go tomorrow. But he did show some. He showed some quickness and some. He's a savvy pass rusher. He's shown that back in school, and it showed up right off the bat in the first day.
This is a switch up for him going to a 3-4 style outside linebacker.
It's the same stuff. It's not that different. Dropping is not something that he did a lot of. He rushed most of the time, but he's well equipped to do it.
Do you anticipate Jamal having to play with the casts for the whole season?
Let's wait and see. I don't know. No, I don't. I don't anticipate that. Well, we've got to wait and see. It's like whenever you crack a bone, it's like 4 to 6 weeks or something like that. So we got to wait and see.
Is Trey Brown close to coming back, or?
He's running on the ground, and he's acting like it. He's chomping at the bit to get back out, but not yet.
And how's DS?
He's really getting close. You see him. He's doing more every day now. That means he's just on the verge of popping back out here. So I would think it's a couple days. It might be a bit of a race to make it for the first, the opener.
What's been your impression of Boye?
Yeah, I'm really glad you brought him up. Boye has done a lot of good stuff now. The day we went into pads is the day he showed up, and he really popped up, off the screen. And he's explosive. He's got a lot of talent, and he's understanding kind of what it's supposed to look like. I think he's a young player in that his learning and stuff, and he's got stuff to learn to transition quickly. But athletically, he's really well equipped, and he's shown plenty of good flashes already. So we know he can be a factor in the pass rush. I think it's best for him when he's rushing the passer rather than run and pass, and so we'll try to make it as simple as possible to see if we can get contribution from him. The other guy who's really surprised us is Alton Robinson. Alton came back at a different body type. He lost about 15 pounds, looked really stout and strong and explosive. He's done a nice job starting up campus so far. So those 4 guys with Chenna, who's been very obvious. Chenna's been really obvious, his experience and leadership and all of that. So it's a good group. Of course, Daryl's the one that's the flashy one, of all of it, and it's a nice group.
With Mafe, how much does this year's defense suit him just going athletically, maybe more?
Well, we can specialize him to be more of a pass rusher, and so well, that's kind of how we're starting off with him, Greg, just so we can help him, transition quickly. He's played the same position basically in college, but it's how you look at it, and we think when we put him as a rusher, hand down, let's get after it. It's the best mode for him to be in right now.
Is Jordan Brooks okay?
Yeah, he's just tweaked his hammy a little bit coming off the field, one of the last plays of practice the other day, and so we're just really being careful with it. He's been extraordinary. God, he's been so good. He's been so exciting to see him take leadership and all the stuff that he can do. I don't know how you could expect a guy to look better at the spot right now.
Is Sidney Jones okay?
Yeah, he got hit in the head on a block that he took on, so it's a little bit of a concussion situation, so we got to take care of him.
Winifred had a great last year. What more are you expecting from his leadership, and how high can he keep going?
Yeah, quietly he's been a fantastic player for us. He's been kind of quiet in some ways. He's the most quiet guy in the world anyway, but it's just kind of has come along with the notoriety and the following. We love the guy. He can do a lot of things. He can play all the spots up front. When we need to load it up in the running game, he can do it. When we need to put him on the edge, he can do it. And he can play all the spots. And so he's got great instincts and savvy, and he's just been a wonderful player for us. So and he's doing fine. He's doing great right now.
Anything else?
Okay.